Hello there, and welcome back to another edition of the Hotlap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1992 Suzuki Cultus Pikes Peak version. It's the one you've all been waiting for, sort of. This is the Cultus, one of two Suzuki special models in the game, and one of two Pikes Peak cars in the game, which both belong to Suzuki. There's of course this, the Cultus, and the GOAT, the Escudo, which is of course the one everyone remembers. The Cultus, you know, maybe in a different world, the Cultus could have been the one that truly got appreciated as the true Gran Turismo legend, but not in this case, which is a shame. This would be the only game it would appear in, which again, massive shame, because the Suzuki Cultus is probably far more mental than the Escudo is. You see, you might not know what a Suzuki Cultus is, but if I told you its other names, like the Suzuki Swift and the Geo Metro, this then starts to get a whole lot more insane, because, yep, look under that bodywork, the wide body, the aero, the purple livery. This is a Suzuki Swift, but it's been tuned to go up hills, and it does that very well. This has two engines, it has all of this ridiculous aero, it has this fantastic livery. It is an amazing car, and the second best car in Gran Turismo, apart from, of course, the Escudo. So, this car's here with one goal in mind, and that is, of course, beating the TT. I realised as we was getting towards the end of the year that I cannot possibly end this series off for the year with a TT being on top. So, the Cultus is here to take the top spot, but that is going to be a tall order. Fortunately, though, on top of all this aero, it also has the stats to do it. Four-wheel drive, 798 horsepower, 873 kilos. In terms of power to weight ratio, it is there. But the question is, will it really be able to topple the TT? To find out, it's going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Again, TT is the goal. It's set at 26.690, and before you go thinking that, what do you mean, this is a pretty easy task for the Cultus, I don't even remember the TT in this game. The CTLM edition is no joke. It is the only car out of the 480 that have gone around this course that has gotten into an under 27 second lap time. So the Cultus has first got to go under 27 and then take aim at the TT. So yeah, it's going to be a tall order. These cars get their speed in vastly different ways. Of course, the TT was a fantastic all-rounder. Good speed, good handling, really great size for a car going around here. The Cultus, well, it's all about the straight line speed. It's all about the speed. Through the corners, it is going to be slower than the TT. Through the splits, it's probably going to be slower than the TT. But in terms of just raw power, that's where it's got the TT beaten. The TT, 154 kilometers down the straight. This car, on its first flyer, 164. That means this car has gotten over 100 miles an hour down the pretty tiny straight we've got here. That's quick. I don't think any car has really reached that sort of speed, other than maybe one of the Vectors. And the Toyota GT1, I think, as well, was ridiculously quick. So that's what we're aiming for. Of course, there is the other problem of I've got to be the one to get the lap time out of this. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to be, I am not a robot when it comes to this course. So I've got to be basically bang on perfect with the Cultus to get us to our target lap time. Bounced onto the grass there, which is not ideal. This corner in particular is really going to mess the Cultus up. Sort of, you have to go very slowly around there, which is not ideal. 26.951, but I can feel, well, it needs to get at least 0.3. We're up on the first sector, which I was not expecting. Slow launch off there, 0.66 in it. Final corner, come on, Cultus. Come on, Cultus. 26.540. It's done it. Oh, God. I did not think it was going to do that. I really was sort of guessing. I knew it could do it, but wow, yeah. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull it out of it. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. The speed in this vehicle is just insane. As you'd expect, of course, because just look at it. But it's all about just gathering it up for that lap. And yeah. I suppose it shows how good the TT is as well, because, you know, in terms of the lap time, I mean, it's not that much quicker than the TT. Yeah, unfortunately it won't show us the splits anymore between this and the TT, which is a big shame. But I would hazard a guess that it sort of loses a lot of time through Sector 2, and then it's just that final sector where you can just blitz it onto the straights. That's when it really sort of gets its speed back up. But yeah, there's a little bit of time in there. I have no doubt this could do a 26.4, but it takes a lot out of you, that. It really does, and it does make me question how much quicker is the Escudo going to be over this, because that's going to be a fun one when we get to it. But nevertheless, there you go. A 26.540 puts the Suzuki Cultus on top of our leaderboard. It beats the Audi TT by just 0.14 of a second. But that does mean it is significantly quicker than the GTO LM Edition, the FTO LM Edition, the other GTO LM Edition, Celica Rally Car, Tigra Ice Race Car. Yeah, it is quick. As I mentioned, it's probably the second best car in the game, sort of in terms of just outright speed around pretty much every track. Is the Escudo going to be quicker than this? That is the question that is going to be asked. But that's a question that we won't find the answer for a long time, because I don't think my heart can take doing another Pikes Peak car so soon after this one. But there you go. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next year when the hot lapping continues. Until then, farewell.